Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. Once again, a lot to talk about. But first, let me introduce my guests. Shaumik Chakrabarti joins us from Baroda, and Bharat Ramraj and soon Shubhayan Chakrabarti will join us as well. I'm Gargi Raut, and well, there's, like I said, a lot to talk about today. First, of course, the BCB Bangladesh Cricket Board plea to ICC is not very convincing, is not sounding very convincing to ICC without valid security reasons. So that's where that matter is at the moment. We'll get more updates from Shomik soon. But apart from that, India's another practice session today. Yesterday, we all know that Virat Kohli came quite a lot earlier than the entire team. And then, of course, we'll get some updates from Shubhayan as well. And we're going to talk about the first game between RCB and MI last night. Last ball thriller, Nadine D. Clark, waving her magic wand and making sure RCB start off their campaign on the right foot. But Shomik, to start with you, the Bangladesh plea, of course, everyone will want to know where that matter is at the moment. But what are the latest updates when it comes to that?
Gargi, the thing is that I am, according to a source, and I filed a copy for Rave Sports also this morning. The thing is that ICC is not convinced. BCB has failed to, so far, BCB has failed to convince the ICC. They have valid security concerns because without valid security reasons, you cannot, I mean, their plea to relocate their matches from India to Sri Lanka, it doesn't hold water because the fact of the matter is that on what basis, and that is according to source, on what basis are you asking for a venue switch? Given that the there has to be a process. Usually what happens in case of security, a security team or teams, they does the recce and they come up with the feedback. The feeling is that the BCB's reaction to Mustafiz Rahman's ouster from removal from the IPL is a bit knee-jerk, and they, there was no security team visited the venues where Bangladesh should be playing. Bangladesh should be playing three group league games in Calcutta and one in Bombay. No security teams visited, and there was no feedback. So, on what basis are you asking for this? So, unless and until you are providing valid security reasons, ICC will not consider. And at this moment in time, there is no alternate schedule. It is unlikely that there will be any alternate schedule. ICC has BCB has sent a second letter to the ICC. But once again, it is more of a plea to move out our matches from India to Sri Lanka. And given that, and the words I have heard from my sources is that India has an impeccable record in terms of security with regards to hosting multi-nation tournaments, be it cricket or any other multi-nation sporting events. India has an impeccable record security-wise. So I see BCB's plea is unconvincing, and it at this moment in time it doesn't hold too much water. So a relocation is very, very unlikely, all but ruled out, what I can say at this moment in time.
I mean, the biggest thing or the biggest example that you can give here is the Pakistan team traveling to India in 2023 for the Champions Trophy, and there were multiple recce's by Pakistan officials and Pakistan diplomats who came to India, did some recce, spoke to the security here as well, and everything was convincing when it came to security. Nothing ever happened to the Pakistan team. Plus, they also got, I think, a brilliant reception from the fans as well because it was such a rare thing to see in India, Pakistan traveling to India. But Bharat, again, as unconvincing as it sounds to ICC, it sounds unconvincing to us as well because this security threat developed overnight after Mustafizur Rahman was released from KKR. Because really, how are you looking at this entire matter panning out now?
See, from Bangladesh cricket board's point of view, from Bangladesh government's point of view, maybe they want to play to their public image. See, they want to show it to the public that they are taking some kind of an action because what I know, what I understand, there is a lot of anti-India sentiments out there in Bangladesh. So with Mustafizur Rahman being kind of not thrown out, being asked to leave the league in Indian domestic league, Indian Premier League, it is kind of hit their egos. So they kind of want to show it to the public that they're taking some kind of an action. Having said that, if you bring in security reasons and all that, then you have to provide the evidence. Obviously, the governing body will ask what exactly the problem is when it comes to the security arrangements or security concerns, and that is where I think BCB have a problem here, because not very sure they have much evidence going their way to show it to the governing body that this is how it is, and that is why there are security concerns. So yes, I understand some extent, because see, yes, the thing about Pakistan coming over to the 2023 World Cup was brought in as an example. Although, if you still want to look at it from another perspective, that was before the Pelgam attacks or the Operation Sindoor or whatever that happened. So maybe if Pakistan say something on those lines, hypothetically next time around, maybe that's a case. But when it comes to Bangladesh, I'm not very sure what kind of an evidence they can give to the ICC. So they're basically on a sticky wicket here.
Shubayan also joins us. Shubayan, we're talking about the report that Shomik has filed on Rev Sports about Bangladesh's plea, ICC not finding the security reasons valid or unconvincing at this point. And the point here is if Pakistan can travel, given the history between the two nations, and of course, after that, multiple cross border tensions and everything that happened, if Pakistan can travel, Bangladesh is, you don't see any reason apart from political signaling from from the Bangladesh government.
Exactly, and even in the first meeting, that was the outcome of the first meeting. That you don't have anything. Bangladesh Cricket Board does not have anything to prove as regards to they have a threat from India. They have a threat within India as to regards to their cricket team. And India has been a safe country. They have hosted multiple multi-nation tournaments. Their track record is clean. Bangladesh, had it been Pakistan, they still have a case. But for Bangladesh, I think their entire argument was very weak from the very first day, and that is why you won't see ICC budging or rejigging the schedule even one bit.
Doesn't seem like this. It seems very unlikely that that will happen. True Wicket Shomik is asking you, what will be the relevance of ODIs after Rohit and Kohli's departure from this format? Do you see ODIs restricted to 4-year World Cups only after Cricket World Cup 2027?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact I don't know whether it would be restricted to that 4-year World Cup cycle, because in 2 years you have the Champions Trophy. Because we asked this question to Will Young yesterday. Will Young did a press conference and he said, "Yes, I agree to what you were saying." But then again, the two biggest tournaments in white ball cricket are still played in the 50 over format, Champions Trophy and the 50 over World Cup. But that said, I mean, at this moment in time, what we are saying that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they are piggybacking. And look, this stadium, Baroda Cricket Association, the new stadium, is about 30 kilometers or 28 kilometers of what I am put up in the city, at the heart of the city. And while on the way, every alternate posters, every alternate banner, it is of Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma. Even the other players, the majority of the other players are conspicuous by absence. Shubman Gill is the captain of this team, but you would hardly see a Shubman Gill poster, because Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, it is about the Rokomania. And at this moment, they are piggybacking this format. I don't know what will happen after that. And we have to, another big challenge that 50 over format will face a couple of years down the line is the LA Olympics, where cricket would be played in the T20 format. Now, if the other non-cricketing nations, suppose for example China picks it up or America picks it up, America at the last T20 World Cup, you have to keep that in mind. They beat Pakistan, although it is a team mostly of Indian and South Asian expats. But if China is the second biggest sports market after America, as far in the world. So if China, and I can confirm that China initially was interested in T20 format when Mr. Srinivasan was the board president and the ICC chair, ICC president also, um, during an ICC meeting, and China is one of the associates. And the Chinese delegation asked Mr. Srinivasan that we are interested in T20 cricket, but will this be your main product? Then, I mean, 12 years, 13 years back, T20 was not the main product. It is still Test cricket that is the main product, but T20 cricket fills the coffers. And Mr. Srinivasan told them, say, no, it is one of the products, but it is not the main product. Test cricket will continue to be the main product. Then the Chinese delegation said, no, then in that case, we are not interested. But once it is an Olympic sport, and once it is a hit, if it is not a one-off, and if it is a hit in terms of popularity as far as an Olympic sport is concerned, in that case, you never know if China picks it up, then that would be a huge market for cricket in T20 format. Test cricket is always there, will always be there because it is the game's purest format. It is the classical format that will be there, and that will be for the niche audience. And for the rest, there will be T20 and ODI cricket is sandwiched in between. We don't know what lies in store for ODI cricket, but it's not only me. Even the experts, even someone like Ravichandran Ashwin has voiced his concern about the future of ODI cricket.
Absolutely. And, before I go to Bharat and Shubhayan on this, uh, Abhay is asking, is Kohli and Gigi having a conversation or still cold moments? But Shomik, from what you've reported yesterday, Gautam Gambhir was actually bowling to Kohli in the nets or giving him throws. So tell us about that moment and, just describe what was happening there.
I just held it back for this live. Basically, I didn't want to reveal it yesterday, and because we needed something for this live, 12 live, because India will start training from 1:30 and 1 o'clock is the press conference. Actually, I was filing my preview then, and I missed the picture. But Gautam Gambhir bowled at the nets to Virat Kohli, and someone who were present at the nets, who he told me, and that guy eavesdrop, and Gautam Gambhir said, the next time I'll bowl you a googly. So that was the conversation like between Virat and Gautam Gambhir. See, I mean, both are professionals. Whatever be their personal relationship or whatever be the personal equation, that will not reflect out there in the middle, because when they are hitting the nets, when they are playing out their middle, they are hardcore professionals, both Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli. So you would hear a lot of talks, dressing room mushings, everything. But then again, the majority of them are basically kite flying, because as an outsider, you don't have the properties of a fly who can stick to the wall and eavesdrop to dressing room conversation. So the majority of the thing that is coming out of the dressing room and people are playing, especially on social media, we should turn a deaf ear to that. Um, Professional conversations will continue to happen. Both are hardcore professionals.
I mean, we've said this multiple times that you don't need to be best friends or buddies to function in a team. They are elite athletes. They are professionals, and there are multiple teams in history who are not even on talking terms yet. Went out there on the field and performed really well. Umar bin Khattab is saying, "I'm from Bangladesh. Why not switch Zimbabwe and Bangladesh in Group B? That's it, Mamla Khatam." I wish it was as easy as that. I don't think it's as easy as saying it is, because there are a lot of logistics involved. There are tickets involved. Just so much. And of course, then the BCB and the Zimbabwe team will also have to switch their teams uh, in accordance. The logistics of it all. I'm confused thinking about it, but don't think that will happen. Not after the schedule is out. Okay, Sarvesh Gaurav is saying Pakistan hybrid and not Bangladesh. Hypocrisy, ICICI. I think you meant to say ICC, but Bharat, your thoughts on this?
Let us think about ICICI. Yeah, I just remembered my MBA days. Anyway, let us leave that for once. See, you can't say hybrid model for everything. First of all, BCB has talked about security concerns. The point goes back to that. What exactly security concerns do you have? That is where the problem is. Once you tell that there are security concerns, then you have to give the evidence, right? Yes, as I noted, I can understand hypothetically in the future, in a couple of years, somewhere if Pakistan has to come to India, going by what has happened somewhere in 2025, Operation Sindoor, and all that, then Pakistan might have a case, might say that, see, we are basically, not exactly on a war path, but at least we both are, at least there are a lot of political tensions, and a kind of short war had happened somewhere in 2025. So there could be security concerns. What exactly Bangladesh have in that sense? It's not like that. Yes, there have been a few political tensions in the recent past, but it's not like India and Bangladesh have got into a war lines in the last couple of years. So, in terms of evidence, they don't have much, I guess, going for them. Uh, once you tell that there are security concerns, then then you have to explain to the governing body that this is how it is. That this is our problem. What exactly is the problem, other than the fact that Mustafizur Rahman was asked to leave particular Indian Premier League? That doesn't relate to security concerns, right? So I think that is where the problem is. So I'm not very sure you can tell Pakistan and Bangladesh are on the same page when it comes to security concerns, even if you look at it from Pakistan's point of view.
Um, More questions here. Just a second. Oh, it's flying by. Your views on Sanjay Manjrekar's statement. I think Boria spoke about this in detail in one of his 5 at 5, so we'll not go back to that. But, this is the talking point, Shubha, and a lot of people asking who will replace Tilak? Will it be Ruturaj? Will it be Shreyas? What are your thoughts? What's going on at the moment?
No replacement has been named, and they will go without any replacement for the first three or four up the T20Is, or even if Tilak misses all five of the T20Is, they will. This is an opportunity for other players to come into the 11 and play, who are part of the T20 World Cup. If you see Ishan Kishan, he has not played any international cricket whatsoever. You can try him. There's a Rinku Singh who has not played international cricket for a while now. Even when he was in the squad, he was warming the bench. So why not try him? If Surya bats at three, then you can try him at number four as well if you want. I don't know whether they will do that experiment or not, but there are options in the within the squad only, who are part of the T20 World Cup as well. You can try them and give them game times as well. So this is the best opportunity for someone like an Ishan Kishan or a Rinku Singh to come into the 11 and get some game time. Apart from that, when Tilak gets fit, be it for the 50-20 beat for the World Cup, then you will automatically go back to that same combination that was being played before. But yeah, if Ishan or a Rinku, whoever gets that chance, does exceedingly well, then it might open up options. It might open up other combinations for the Indian team management, which I feel would be good for the team before the World Cup, or during the World Cup as well. So I don't think there will be any replacement whatsoever. Shreyas Iyer, he will play your ODI series. Ruturaj Gaikwad will continue to play domestic cricket. Apart from that, I think you don't expect any more changes.
Exactly, Shubhan. And at this moment in time, the decision is Ishan Kishan will bat at number three in the first three ODIs, because first three ODIs he is ruled out. Tilak Verma, as per the BCCI press release.
T20Is,
The,
T20Is.
sorry, T20Is he is ruled out, and there is an outside chance that he might be back for the fifth one. But see, you have Ishan Kishan. He is a top order batsman. Tilak Verma is a top order batsman at number three. So it's a like for like, sort of like for like replacement. So at this moment in time, Ishan Kishan will bat at number three, and in fact, it's a blessing in disguise for Ishan Kishan also. Given that the World Cup is coming up, you never know how Tilak's form would be there, or how some batsman might see a dip in the form. In that case, he would be tournament ready.
Absolutely. Final couple of questions from the comment section, and then we can close the show. Aradhya Goyal is asking, what will happen if Bangladesh are not coming for the World Cup? They will get a hefty fine. What else? What else will happen? I don't think they won't get to play in the tournament, and they will get a hefty fine, which I don't think BCB is able to afford at all. Uh,
No, they will
so
be they will forfeit points. Gargi, they
They
will
will.
forfeit points if they don't play like West Indies and Australia in 1996 World Cup, and they had genuine concerns. I can tell you, because that was the height of LTTE movement in Colombo in Sri Lanka, and only a few days before the start of the World Cup there was a blast, and the blasts were happening at the heart of the city for fun during that period, and that is the reason why Australia and West Indies refused to go to Sri Lanka and play their World Cup matches. And what did Mr. Jagmal Dalmia was the head of Pilcom, and what did he do? He put out a joint India versus Pakistan team, and that team flew to Sri Lanka, Colombo, to play against a match against Sri Lanka, and that was the proof from ICC that look, a joint India and Pakistan team went there. They played their matches untroubled without any security concerns. Now you should go, but still Australia and West Indies refused, and their points were docked. Similarly, if Bangladesh don't play here, if they stick to the guns, stick to their guns, they will forfeit points. Simple as that.
Oh, sorry. Final question. Bharat, you can answer this one. Satvik Bagaria is asking, guys, after Ruturaj Gaikwad was dropped from the ODI squad, Robin Uthappa gave a statement that you have to keep fighting for your place in the Indian team if you are not from Delhi, Mumbai, or Punjab.
See,
Please.
these things will be said by many. Maybe I say I'm not saying Robin Thappa does it because he wants to get a lot of hits on social media and all that stuff. But these kind of sensational statements are made by former cricketers. So what I can say is India in limited cricket, especially when it comes to the kind of depth that you see in the batting department, it's very difficult to get into the playing 11. It's even difficult to get into the squad. So he was there as an injury replacement. That is how it is. Even if you score 100, when those when those injured players return, then it's very difficult for you to get into that squad because it's not like Shubman Gill averages 27 with the bat, or even Shreyas Iyer for the matter. He has played a lot of crucial knocks. Shubman Gill averages 57 with the bat. So when this kind of players return to the squad, then obviously you would have to get replaced. Having said that, Rutraj Gaikwad is a fantastic ODI cricketer, listed cricketer. I've seen that in listed tournaments right from the time he scored 100 way back in 2018. I don't remember the opposition in listed cricket, but he scored a lot of runs in listed cricket. He's someone I think very, very much suited to this format. But unfortunately, India's kind of depth that India have in limited overs cricket, especially in the batting department, is just the stats maybe stratospheric peaks. That's all I can tell. So unfortunately, Rutraj Gaikwad had to be left out.
The problem of plenty is what we call it, which the Indian team unfortunately has plenty. So, plenty of problems because of plenty of talent.
Fortunately,
Yes,
fortunately, Gargi, not unfortunately, because I asked this to one of the selectors on the day of selection during a private conversation, and I told them that you must be having a very difficult job picking. I mean, he said every team we would have put out would have been a gun team, and I said that it must be very tough for you guys to pick a team. He said, "No, I mean having an embarrassment of riches is always advantages compared to not having any options at all."
correct. The what's it called? A good headache to have. I think.
Yeah, Greg Chappell used to say used to call this a happy problem to live with.
I mean, really, if you want any problems, these are the kind of problems you want to have as a cricket management. But we'll close this show on that note. We'll be back soon. Thank you so much, Shomik, Shubayan, and Bharat for joining, and to everyone who's watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.